Hello all, Music Man here, bringing you some Cossacks 3 The Golden Age. I want to thank everybody at Cossacks 3 PR team for hooking me up with the game and giving me the DLC, as well as this new addition to the game, new expansion. I think you'll actually like it. I got some good footage for you and going to kind of show you what is in this new DLC, some new factions, and some new campaigns, as well as some multiplayer. Let's get to it. Now there's a good amount that has been added to this new DLC, but the first thing I want to mention is new scenarios that have been released. The first one is War for Brazil. Now this takes place in the beginning of the 17th century and deals with Spain, Portugal, and the Dutch. Basically, you are fighting for Portugal, and you want to see the revival of Portugal as an independent kingdom with its own colonies. Here you start off with a small force, and you have to gain a foothold in the region, capture the nearest harbor by storm. There's also a force in the harbor, so it's going to be a fight to the very beginning. And you have to just kind of hoard in, start using your muskets, go in with pikemen, and you should be able to take the harbor. Our second scenario is War in the Caribbean. This is with the Dutch and the English because of the outcome of the Anglo-Dutch War in the mid-17th century. They are back at it again. Here in the scenario, you play as the English. You actually start off with a really good base, so probably be a good idea to get peasants, start getting your resources, and then build your armies, and you might want to have a hefty army before you do go off and eliminate the Dutch. Our third scenario is the Portuguese War for Independence. And yes, this is the one where you are Portugal, you are fighting Spain in the 17th century, and here you have to, in the start of this, you have to destroy all military constructions and units of the Spaniards in this area. You have a really good base, plenty of peasants. Just start getting resources. You do start out with a good force of pikemen, but go ahead and get your musketeers out, build some hefty formations of infantry, and go ahead and take out the Spanish. Our final scenario is the Siege of Dunkirk. Basically, in this scenario, the Spaniards have taken Dunkirk for themselves, and you play as the French. Here you start out with a pretty fortified force and a good base, and you actually have to capture Dunkirk, move to the north, capture it. You start out with a good base, lots of peasants. Go ahead and get your resources, start building that army, and march on Dunkirk. And this DLC also includes a new historical campaign, Oranien boven. Probably destroyed the pronunciation on that, but that's okay. Here, you lead the Dutch Republic through the darkest and brightest days alike, and you participate in the major conflicts of the 17th century. Here in this campaign, you start off with a fleet with a good invasion force. You actually start doing a mini invasion of Normandy, 17th century style with lots of muskets. You go in and you take the fort, and then you go from there. That is the new scenarios and the historical battle that is included in this DLC, but there's also some more that they've added. One is historical battle as a new multiplayer game mode. This allows up to 8 players to participate. 8 fascinating and wide-scale historical battles are waiting for warlords. Are you going to challenge fate or rewrite the history? Another addition that they've added is new factions. They have Switzerland and Piedmont. The strong and beautiful nations, and they're ready to battle in single and multiplayer modes, and you can also fight them in ranked battles as well. They've also added new unique units, 5 new units. It actually changes your strategies and how you play the game. Switzerland will have the 17th century pikeman, Jaeger, and mounted Jaeger, which is a unique hussar, padre, and 18th century dragoons with joined Piedmont. Also, this includes a new soundtrack, 2 brand new songs, in addition to the soundtrack that they do have, dedicated to Switzerland and Piedmont. You lead your armies to victory, and you listen to epic music while doing it. So this has been a video of Cossacks 3, The Golden Age. A list of what is going to be in this DLC. It is $5 on Steam, and I think that you do get your money's worth. They do have a lot of stuff that is added for $5, so I would go ahead and get that now if you do already have the game. It's looking really good. I might have to play through it myself. If you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.